Hi guys, it's Fortune Cookie back with another video, and this video is about discipline. Before you click off, before you click off, don't click off. It's not what you think it is. So I'm gonna title it "The Solution to Discipline is Fun." So the way that a lot of people think about discipline is very like compartmentalized. Like people think that like you need to be disciplined in order to have fun, and it's like one before the other, and like there's no intersection. Like for example, people have like the reward system way of saying discipline where it's like, oh, if I go to the gym I can go have fun, or if I do my assignments then I can go have fun. And it's like anytime, and I'm guilty of this too, anytime I'd watch like a life improvement video and they're like, you need discipline, I would click off. I didn't even want to hear it. Like I'd click off. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like we already know how people see discipline, and it's kind of like a big scary word. And I'm here to say that I don't think the way that discipline is like talked about online is pretty, like it's not, whatever. But here's what I have to say about it. So when I look back at my college experience and I look back at like my performance through each semester, the semesters where I made dean's list and I did the best academically were the semesters where I fully forgot that I was even a student. Like I wasn't even like, I never went to the library and locked in for 8 hours, never did none of that. Like I was not, and I'm still not like a study person. Like I wouldn't really, like school wasn't the priority. It was having fun, making friends. Like it was exploring my city, exploring the world. And I did so good in those semesters. And that's when I realized that the way that I saw my schoolwork and my assignments is that they were kind of like pop-up ads before the YouTube video. Like, you know, like when you open your laptop and it gives you all these notifications and you just click, 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 click. Okay, now I can do what I want to do. That's how I see my assignments. Like I didn't put too much thought into them. I didn't think about doing them the best. I wasn't thinking about it. It was just another check mark before I could just go out with my friends and go do what I wanted to do. And I think the way that I also, in terms of like, for me, in terms of like my fitness journey, is that I used to want to be consistent in the gym. So I would try different schedules. I tried 3 times a week. I would just try all these things to be consistent in the gym. And what that did is that whenever I wasn't consistent or when I broke my streak, I would be really hard on myself and I would just label myself as like undisciplined. If I can't even go to the gym 3 times a week, then I have no discipline. And I think a lot of people think like that like they have to build a streak, and then if it's broken, they're just like really hard on themselves, and then it's back to square one. But I realized that the way to do things, and what I think about like anything that you want to build more discipline in, you have to make it fun for yourself. And not only that, you have to attach a meaning to it that only you would get. So what that looked like for me is the way that I got myself to be consistent in the gym is that the moment I set foot in the gym, 30-minute timer. I don't agree. This is also going to be a tangent. I don't agree with the whole idea that like whenever you go to the gym, you have to do all the machines and you have to do the routine, and then you can't leave until you're sweating bullets and your limbs hurt and you can't walk for 3 days. Like I don't like that. I don't agree with that. I don't see the point of that. Why immobilize myself just so that like my jeans can fit a little tighter? Like I don't get that personally. But so I would do this thing where the moment I set foot in the gym, 30-minute timer, and I called it, do you know you have 30 minutes? Because there's some days where I feel so high energy where like I want to get through as many machines as I possibly can in that 30 minutes. And it kind of feels like cupcake wars. Like, oh my gosh, like, will I be able to make it to the RDLs? Will I be able to make it to the Smith machine? Like, it's just very like intense and it's dramatic. Like, and some days I don't feel like doing all that. So I will just go on the treadmill, put on my like YouTube video, and I'll like learn something new, or I'll watch like a YouTube video essay or something. Some days I'd go to the gym and I would be dancing in the locker room in front of the mirror and then I'd do like 1 or 2 machines and then I'd go home and I would just be like, okay, I still went to the gym. And I feel like discipline isn't difficult, because if you can show up to a job every day, you can build discipline in something that actually benefits you. Like you show up to work every day and you don't go to work every day and you're like, yes, I'm going to give it my 10s. Like some people do, but you're not going to show up to work every day and you're like, yeah, I'm going to generate the most company value and I'm going to give it my all every single day. You don't feel like that every day, but you still wake up and you still show up to work, even if you're dragging your feet, because the meaning for that is that you get your paycheck, you can make a living, or you can sustain the life that you want. So discipline is the same way. And I feel like, you need to develop a motive. You need to develop like a meaning for it to you so that you don't even feel like you're doing it. It's kind of like autopilot. Like a lot of people have jobs and are on autopilot, but they know to show up to work every day. They know where they need to be at 9 a.m. sharp that day. What that looks like for me is that I don't have a job. I'm unemployed right now. So I really had to, the big theme of my life in this like phase in my unemployment is discipline, because like when you don't have a job, like you have to get the motivation yourself to do, well, that's what I felt like at first, but like I had to find the motivation to do things for myself, not because like I needed a paycheck or I wanted to show up to work or whatever. So for me, I used to have a chronically messy room. And again, I thought that the reason why I didn't have a clean room was because I was undisciplined. I didn't have discipline to clean up after myself. So the way that I tricked myself into like making sure that my room was neater is that I asked myself, like, what message am I sending myself by having a cluttered room? And I had to look in the mirror, and I was literally just telling myself that I don't deserve a calm, clean space. And once I became aware of that, I'm like, oh no, girl, like you're not going to talk to yourself like that. That's crazy. And I developed this thing where every night before I go to bed, I have closing shift. I call it the closing shift. And the reason why I thought of this is because though I've never worked a restaurant job, I've heard that there's a special type of like closeness you feel with someone when it's just you two closing out the store. Me knowing this, I was like, wait, like I should have a closing shift with myself, because it's not me cleaning my room. It's really just me creating like romantic tension with myself. Like it's so fun, like having the closing shift, and I have like music playing, I'll have snacks. And I'm not really cleaning my room. I'm just on the closing shift, and I'm just getting to know myself and like, building that romantic tension with myself. And I remember walking into my room the other day and being like, wait, like it's so neat. Like my room is so much neater than it usually is, despite me like always tearing my room upside down whenever I have to find an outfit. And that's because I created that event for myself. I made it fun for myself. Like, and the way that I see discipline is like veggies. Like I would probably drink a naked green smoothie than eat a bowl of veggies, even though I do love veggies, but I'm definitely going to take the green smoothie over the veggies any day. And I feel like when you think of something that you don't want to do, that you want to build discipline in, you need to blend it up and make it fun for yourself, or make it sweet for yourself. So yeah, if you have any area that you would like to like improve discipline in, like hopefully this helped you change your perspective and think of a creative way to kind of make it fun for yourself. And yeah, and if you need ideas, feel free to comment down below. Like I'd love to help. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. And if you want more inspirational tips throughout the week, feel free to join my mail list. My mail list is where I like to share stories from my life as a DJ and stories from like my everyday life, and I like to turn them into little fortune cookies. So if you want some weekly motivation / story time / debriefs, feel free to join my mail list. Thank you. Bye.